So I realised I kept promising I'd make a making tea and talking video and then never did it. So, well, I actually did film one, and my boyfriend kindly edited it for me, but by the time I managed to get it exported and stuff, I had loads of problems. It was kind of, the points I made in it were redundant because I spoke about things that were in the future and then were now in the past. This is one that I'm doing just quickly. Albie, settle down please. Because I just wanted to talk about some things. Basically, if you're new around here, I sit and talk at a camera for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes about things that are going on in life. It's not particularly edited or anything video, it's just something that I get off my chest, and today I want to talk about a couple of things, mostly about being a really average person, because this is kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm 20 years old and feeling like, not a failure, because like I have achieved some things in life, but just nothing that feels particularly important, and just a bit about being, I just want to talk a bit about being like, yeah, just a person that's not like amazingly good at anything in particular, just like I'm semi-decent at like a few things. So that's just sort of the main points of this video. Also, I apologise, I look probably like someone hasn't slept at all, because look at those dark circles. I promise I'm actually getting sleep for the first time in ages, but I haven't been feeling 100% recently, but you know, when am I ever? I got my grades back from uni for this semester, and they weren't bad at all. I got a first in tap. First is kind of like the equivalent of like the highest grade, I guess, and then for dance overall I got a high 2-1, which is like the second highest grade, and I got a 2-1 for everything else, for singing and acting. I haven't got my stage management results yet back, but they're the ones I'm hoping to do a little bit better in. That's not even really part of why I feel the way I feel at the moment, because like I'm kind of happy with my grades considering how little I was able to attend university this year because of being ill, and I feel like recently I've just been thinking a lot about it, because I'm going into my last year of university, and I'm gonna have to sort of decide on what I'm gonna do for like an actual career, because that's when I become like an actual adult, and I'm gonna need to save up to move out of home, because I'll be moving back here after uni. And as much as I love being home, I like living by myself as well, so I kind of want to move out soon. I know it's not really practical, but I do want to move out soon and have a job of some sort. Like doing YouTube is really cool, and if I can turn that into a full-time job eventually, that would be really sweet, because then I would be able to go to auditions and do all the acting and stuff, and hopefully I'll have an agent by then, and I'd still have a mechanism of supporting myself financially. So that's why doing YouTube is a really great thing. And at the moment I've started doing alterations for people just locally, using my sewing skills where I can. My sewing isn't amazing, my sewing is distinctly average. I started sewing about a year ago, and while I've made some things that look quite cool and I'm really proud of, like my Cinderella cosplay and stuff, which I'm so excited to sort of show off this weekend for the first time at Comic Con, I feel like I feel a bit like I have imposter syndrome all the time, because I'm not, people are like, oh my god, like that must be so skillful to make that, but really I just made it up on the spot, and it's kind of a mess on the inside. I'm not using any proper techniques. Like I've started buying sewing books and like actually learning proper techniques and stuff, but like it's taking a while, and obviously you never get amazing at something quickly, like that's just how life goes. But for me, I try so many different things, and then like I do them to an average level, and I'm like, oh, okay, we'll move on to the next thing. Like I go through phases with things so often. Like I've started writing my poetry book, like I've put together all these poems that I've been sort of writing for years now into a book format, but I go through phases with it where I'm like, this is all kind of very average writing. Do I want to go down self-publishing route? Like no one's going to buy it if I publish it. And I do really want to get that published this summer. At the same time, I also really want to write a novel, because it's something I've always wanted to do. However, every time I start one, I get like 15,000, 20,000 words in, and I give up, because apparently that's what I do. I feel like I'm the opposite of a perfectionist. I will just get something done, but do it in the most shoddy, quick way possible. And I feel like that's because throughout school and stuff, I was quite lucky in that I managed to get like pretty good grades without doing lots and lots of work. So suddenly coming to university, I'm having to work really hard all the time just to get average grades, and I feel like everything in life now is a lot harder. I don't know if this sounds really stupid or if it sounds like I'm being like an absolute dick, but I'm having to, like, obviously I did have to work like when I was in college and stuff, because I missed quite a lot of lessons again because of being sick, and I still managed to get pretty good grades, and I did work really hard in the last week or two leading up to my A-levels. But for me, like, I worked my butt off for like classics, for example. I did work a lot for that exam because I took my ASNA 2 in 1 year, and I did work really hard for that, and I worked really hard in ancient history, and I feel like, and that did pay off because I ended up getting good grades. But I feel like, I don't know where I'm going with this video or what I'm trying to say. Basically, I just feel like I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. Like, I feel like that just completely sums me up, and I don't, like, I love doing so many different things. Like, I love performing, and what I'm doing at the moment is leading to it being my career, but I'm a distinctly average performer. Like, I have a very average singing voice. I can go quite high, I can go averagely high, averagely low. I have a contemporary belt. So does thousands of other girls that are auditioning for the same parts as I am. I can't do anything exceptional. I'm a particularly average dancer. Yes, I've been dancing since I was 2 years old, but my flexibility would tell you I haven't, because I just don't have, I'm never going to be like a prima dancer. That's not how I'm built. So the situation is going into sort of an industry where you do need to be amazing to like get noticed. I don't think I really have it in me to do that. Like, my dream is to finish 3rd year of university with an agent that will get me an audition for Cursed Child so I can play Delphi, because she's one of my dream roles ever, like as a straight acting role. I have a lot of dream roles when it comes to musicals and stuff that I would just absolutely love to be in. However, like, oh mate, not even because I love Harry Potter, but just because Cursed Child is such a phenomenal show, and just to audition for it would be sick. So I'm hoping that one day. However, I do have a few opportunities coming up and stuff to do with costumes. So that's something I want to go into. However, like, it comes back to the fact that, like, I'm quite an average sewer, and I guess I want to get better at that. But, like, I'd love to be a costume designer. But the thing is, if I want to be a costume designer, I probably need to dedicate all my time to becoming a costume designer, to become successful in that field and to get to the top of that field, because I don't want to be average at things I want to do. Like, I want to really succeed and be top of whatever I decide to go into as a career. And the problem with dabbling in everything is that you're never going to get, well, I say you're never going to get, I probably will never get to the place I want to be in anything, because I'm spread so thin across everything else, if that makes any sort of sense at all. But that's just how I'm kind of feeling at the moment. I'm just trying to, you know, ow, I just clipped my hip. I'm just trying to do this whole life thing, and like, it's dawning on me how quickly university has gone and how quickly I'm going to have to find a career in something. But not only a career in something, the big problem is finding a job that for me is going to be good for my mental health, in that I enjoy doing it, and also a job that's going to pay me enough to be financially secure. Honestly, I don't know where this video is going. I don't know what I'm trying to get out of it. But I just wanted to sort of update on how I'm feeling and do a making tea video, even though I didn't actually make any tea because that would have required going downstairs. But basically, I know I get a lot of messages from people being like, saying some really, really nice things to me. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet by saying what people say, but it's really inspiring for me to hear that, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. It makes me feel like I am being good at something, as opposed to how I usually feel, which is that I'm very, very average / bad at most things. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment in life. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not feeling particularly bad. My anxiety has been very, very high recently, but that's just, it happens every couple of months. My mental health takes a dip, and for the last couple of months, ever since Christmas and being in hospital, surprisingly I managed to get through all of that without hitting any particular low points. Like, it's been hard, it's been really, really hard, but I felt kind of disassociative of all of that time, so I don't remember much of hospital. I don't remember really the months after that. like the whole last term of uni has been very much a blur, and I've been very much on one level, which has been kind of a good thing in that it's allowed me to just sort of get on with it, work my butt off for my dance assessments in order to catch up with everything I missed. And so that's been kind of good. So I kind of did expect a drop as I sort of come home, life slows down a bit and I don't really have as much to be getting on with. So that's just sort of where I'm at. Just wanted to update you guys. I've had like a recent like weird influx of subscribers, I think. Probably, I don't really know where you've come from, but it's been nice. So if this is the first video you're seeing me upload, like, I'm really sorry, because this is kind of not like it is. I do these videos every, you know, maybe couple of months, maybe a bit more frequent than that, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm gonna be at MCM Comic Con on Saturday. If any of you guys are going, you might not recognise me because that wig in the background you see, yeah, I'm going to be wearing that. It's kind of like a basically I'm going as live action Cinderella from the 2015 film. I'm really excited because I've been working on that dress for a year. It was the third thing I ever made, and I got the whole body of the dress basically made last year, and then it just fell by the wayside while I went back to university. And then when we came back after summer, after this term, me and Connor decided we were going to go to Comic Con, and I was like, cool, better finish this. So I finished it. I actually finished like the finishing touches today, this morning, and I'm really excited to wear it because it's something that I am immensely proud of, because I don't know, it's just really special to me. And I absolutely fell in love with live action Cinderella last year, and it just sort of means, I don't know, I absolutely love it, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. So if you do bump into a person that looks vaguely like me but is wearing a very dodgy blonde wig, then say hi. I'll also probably be seeing Sophie the Bakey and Vegard and Seamus on Saturday at some point, and then I believe we're going to be getting together to film, so look out for that in the future. But yeah, if you are just randomly found this video on the internet, then subscribe. If you're new and you haven't, then turn on my notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And we're going to ask you to like this video because I don't even know what it's been, but I will see you guys next time with hopefully, I think my next video going up will probably be a Comic Con vlog, and then I'm hoping to do a video specifically on my Cinderella cosplay if you guys are interested in that. So yeah, and if you want to see any more of my sewing, I'm just going to do a bit of promo. I have a sewing Instagram account I don't really promote anywhere particularly, but it'd be cool if you wanted to see that to go and follow it. It's Laura's Always Sewing, so you know, sticking with the brand, but it's just I post all my sewing ventures on there, and you can see some sneak peeks of Cinderella if you are interested. So thanks so much for watching. This is long enough already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Albie, say bye. Albie.